to just speak up. No microphone today. We're all close enough, I think. First off, I want to just say thanks to everybody for one, coming out today. Two, we've got some exceptional star performers that we would like to celebrate today. That in several categories of suggest and leadership, community service, superior service, internal service, and innovation that really did exceptional things in quarter two. And when we think about the property this last year, obviously it's been a pretty challenging last 12 to 18 months, but we've rebounded nicely here at this property. And we'll talk later in the town hall later today about how the revenues even have bounced back, and it feels like we're getting back into a post-COVID world a little bit, where people are interacting and people are coming back to the property. And appreciate everybody who played a role in helping us get back to the old Hoosier Park ways and Hoosier hospitality and all those things. And the people, I think, that make up this list today are really a picture of Harrah's Hoosier Park and the exceptional services we provide here and the way we operate every day. So thank you all. I also want to give a shout out to not only the winners today, but everybody who's nominated. We had about, Reese can correct me, but I think we had about 40 people nominated for these awards today. And you all that are here to get these awards are obviously the winners. But anyway, a lot of other folks that did some good things, and I want to say thank you to them as well. At the conclusion of this today, we've also got a secondary celebration, which is, I think there are 27 people here that have been with the property more than 20 company more than 20 years, which is exceptional, and kudos to all of those. I'm going to go ahead and say it ahead of time. I know we'll talk about this later, but man, to be in one place for 20 years is something special.
Yes,
and much appreciated. With that said, we'll go ahead and kick this one off, and I'm going to bring up Mr. Rick Moore, the Vice President of Racing.
Thank you, Trent. I'm just going to remind everyone, first of all, congratulations to everyone that's here. It's being honored today. So man, I'll tell you, this place is just bricks and mortar without you. So thank you so much for everything you do each and every day, and being recognized for doing it is the best, the creme de la creme, the best that we have here. I just want to let you know what the Shining Star honorees are going to be honored with today. You're going to get a certificate of achievement signed by Trent and myself, 2,500 total return credits, and a printed 2,500 total return huge size check. A total return company e-card recognition, total return e-card recognition, and honored at the Shining Star celebration today in a live YouTube stream for everyone to attend. If people are watching today, thanks to Brian Clendenin from our AV department. And last but certainly not least, your picture will be displayed on our Shining Star Hall of Fame. And I tell folks each and every time I'm at one of these celebrations that I look at that wall each and every time that I come in to the property to see, those faces, those folks that make this the best place to possibly work. And, having your picture up on that wall speaks volumes about who you are, each and every one of you, what you've accomplished and what you do for this property. So thank you, and thank you once again. With that, I'll turn it back to Trent to start honoring our most valued employees.
All right. So my old eyes are not working too good today. So I'm going to have to get a little bit closer here. So first category is suggest. And I'd like to bring up Mr. Kevin Schechter to introduce that winner.
Hello, how's everyone doing today?
How are you doing?
Great. I don't know how much more I could say about Peggy. Peggy has been a steadfast in our department and our property for the last few years, and I know for Caesars Corporation, she's been doing it for over 20 years. But she really went above and beyond this time. Peggy was down in Mississippi dealing with a family emergency, and as soon as she came back after 2 weeks, the first thing she did was volunteer for the first 2 concerts, helped run the VIP table with the director of player development, and made it a smashing success. Peggy, you go above and beyond all the time, and I'm very proud to have you in my department. Thank you so much.
I'm going to chime in and add what a well-deserved winner, well-deserved here in Miss Peggy is. She came here when we opened table games prior to January of 2020, and was really a key person in building the table games culture that we have here, getting the team members trained, and sometimes a quarter 2 award is more than a quarter 2 award. This is really like a over the past year and a half, what she's done. So kudos again. Who's that winner? We've got Miss Lillian here? There she is, Miss Lillian Martin.
Hello, everybody. It gives me great pleasure to introduce my drop and count lead. We know her as Sue. And what I can say is when the going got tough, because it was tough around here, and Sue just showed up and just took the team, the little bit of the team that we had left, and just grabbed them by the hand. We had some unforeseen circumstances that came up, and Sue didn't ask any questions. She just said, "Lillian, what do you need me to do?" And I can do that, and I will be there. And I just can't express just how much I appreciate you, Sue. And we did it. We got through it. We said that every day. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. And we did. We were short-staffed, and we got even shorter day by day. But Sue was there every day, over 2 weeks. And I just appreciate her, and I love you. Come on up here.
Just one more note on that. This was one of those instances where talk about stepping up to the plate and working many more consecutive days than a normal schedule in an effort to honestly, people don't realize because they don't see this team a lot, but the importance of keeping the property open. There were really and truly, tell me if I'm wrong, there were about 3 people keeping the two.
There was two
people.
They hit miss on the others.
Basically, they were keeping our doors open every day for us by getting the money down. So, all right. In the category of leadership, we have one additional winner in that category because we felt it was that important, and I'm going to bring up Mr. Don McGlynn to introduce that winner.
Thanks, Trent. Hi, everybody. How you doing? I'd like to introduce Mr. Scott Safford from the Warehouse and Receiving Department. I'm really happy that he was recognized for this. I'll read a little bit from the nomination. Scott does a great job in ensuring all deliveries are properly received, and he also maintains the inventory in an accurate manner, which helps the departments in providing great customer service. Another thing that he was recognized for was a specific instance where there was a spill on the floor in the hallway, and he went out of his way to find a wet bag and get the signs out there, because he cares for the safety of not only his employees, but everybody that's around. So I was real happy to see that he was recognized for that. They also mentioned that he's always on the move, and that is definitely Scott. He's always active, he's always looking for something to do, and he's always looking to lend a helping hand. I also want to add briefly that Scott does model the right behaviors for a leader, for his team. He leads by example. I appreciate the fact that he listens to his teammates and he provides a lot of good guidance and involves them in problem solving. These attributes are right in line with our new company value of blaze the trail. So I'd like to say thank you, Scott. Congratulations, and keep up the good work.
One more little known fact, these two that were just up here, Scott and Don, they played a key role in something else more that's pretty important. The time that I got framed for eating all the ice cream, I don't know if you guys remember any of that. But that wasn't me that ate all the ice cream, number one. But these two did help find the replacement ice cream machine, so I know that's super important.
That's very important.
Right?
For me.
I've heard a lot about that.
All of our team.
Exactly.
All right, the next category is community service, and I'm going to bring up Mr. Kevin Aaron to introduce that winner. It's Frank.
Hello, everyone. Definitely would like to congratulate everybody being recognized, well deserved, everybody that is being recognized. I want to introduce you to David Grady. He's one of my star technicians in electronic games. And this award for community service is very well deserved. Grady volunteers his time to coach for NDRBI, which is an outreach program designed to increase participation in baseball and softball while encouraging academic success within our inner city youth. His community service shows that he's deeply rooted within the community, and he has a commitment for the betterment of our community. His leadership and his willingness to do this, also ties into his performance here. He definitely is a proven leader, and he's an all-around decent and kind and dedicated individual. So I can't say enough good things about David Grady. David, come on up. Appreciate you.
All right, great. All right, for the category of superior guest service, I'll bring up Mr. Lionel Brown to introduce the winner.
Well, good morning, good evening, or good night, depending on what shift you work, I guess. I think it would be our mornings. Businesses and organizations often will boast that they have the best of the best of their products or their service, whichever one they provide. And they get that data from surveys and other metrics. The true measure of what service or products mean is the value that it presents to the end user. And in our case, it happens to be the patrons from the time they walk through the door till the time they leave, and sometimes even after they leave. This recipient of this award several weeks ago had an opportunity to exemplify just what type of service that is provided by Harrah Hoosier Park. And this was a team effort, so It also gives some credence to the slogan that you see sometimes, that together we win. We had a situation on the casino floor where a patron became severely ill. When I arrived at the incident, the patron was complaining of severe headaches. Shortly after, she slumped to the floor, and immediately the recipient of this ward got down on his knees and started ministering to the patients through words, prayers, and also a wet cloth to kind of cool her down and wipe her face. All this time this was going on, her sister was standing by looking. This recipient continued to minister to the patron until other assistants arrived. We even administered CPR to the patrons, and the medics arrived and they took the patron out of the door, still administering CPR. Most of us assumed that she wasn't going to make it. Several nights later, I was walking towards the main entrance, and a patron got in front of me and said, "Can I speak to you?" But usually when that happens, first thing went through my mind is, I'm getting ready to get a complaint. But the patron says, are you one of the workers that helped my sister the other night? The other night. She said, yeah, my sister became ill. I said, oh, then I remember. I said, yeah. She says, can I give you a hug? I said, yes. She gave me a big hug, and she proceeded to tell me that her sister was in a hospital in Indianapolis, and they was performing some tests on her, but she was alive. She said, I know she died in here twice, and you all revived her. And she said, is the other person that helped her, are they around? Well, there was a team effort, and there was a lot of people that was there, so I really didn't know who she was talking about at that time. Then she said, the other guy that helped. Then when I left, I remembered that this recipient was the one that was down on the floor that she saw mentioned to her sister. And so I remembered he was at the main. So I went back to the machine where she was playing at, and I said, that other person you're talking about, I think he's at the main door. You want to go and see him? She said, yes, I do. And she got someone to watch her machine while she went to the door. She got about 6 to 10 feet away from the door. I got the recipient attention, and she turned to him, threw her arms out, and went up and gave him a big hug, and expressed her gratitude and thanks to Harrah Hoosier Park and to him for the service that we rendered to her sister on that day. So, the recipient here has been with Harrah Hoosier Park for a little bit over 10 years. He is a certified trainer for our shift. And in addition to all of the responsibility that he had, he was able to exemplify what true service means to patrons that come through our door. Looks like Miss English here is looking around to see who I'm talking about. He's sitting right there beside you. That is he. So on behalf of the third shift, on behalf of the security department and the entire family, Harrah Hoosier Park, SO Terry English, thanks for all you do.
You know, when you think about guest service, right, you're thinking about something that goes above and beyond to try to, hopefully that would be something that would be rewarded with a tip. But when you think about that winner, Mr. Terry, just now, that's going above and beyond. When you're talking about playing a role in saving lives. It's a little bit more than guest service. So I feel like there's not an award big enough for that one, but thank you so much.
Good job.
All right, an additional winner in superior guest service, and I want to bring up Miss Lillian Martin again to introduce that winner. Lillian, you got all these rock stars today.
I'm proud. Our next recipient is Mariah Wilson. She is the assistant cage manager. She's my right and my left hand. We have some staffing issues, and we're doing everything to get that covered. But Mariah, along with doing her job and being an example for the staff, she does anything that the staff does. She does anything that her staff does. And they admire her for that. She steps in, she gets it done. Someone needs help, she does that. She works the front windows, she works the main bank, she works the chip bank. When we have call-offs and we're short-handed, she comes in, she has a busy schedule, she has kids, a household, but she stops what she's doing. She'll come in on day shift, you got a call-off on grave shift. Lillian, I'm gonna go home, feed my kids, get some rest, I'll be back. That's what Mariah does on a regular basis. There's more folks involved, but Mariah does what is needed, and I really appreciate her. And I'm proud to have you on the team, Mariah. And come on up.
I will say between the cage and the count team, there were quite a few struggles this year through COVID. When you think about smaller teams that are critical teams to the property, and so kudos again for that. Nice work. All right, for superior internal service, I'm going to bring up Mr. Mike Nolf to introduce that winner.
Thanks, Trent. Good afternoon, everybody. And again, like a few of you have said, congratulations to all the winners, all the recipients, as well as the upcoming 20-plus year service recipients. It's a tremendous milestone. And like Trent said, have so many with one property, it's a great achievement. I want to introduce Mark Rose. Mark, come on up. Give you a little extra time. Give you some extra camera time here. It was just a little over a year ago that we started searching for a candidate who could fill the role that we were having vacated due to a promotion. Started looking, found Mark, felt very comfortable right away that he was the guy. Brought him in, trained him with the fire hose method pretty much, and just told him to stand back and take it. And he did. He took every bit of it. We got him trained quick. Probably not to the degree of training that we all would have liked in that department, but Mark really took hold of it, took hold of the position, stood up and just really powered through the rest of everything else he had to learn. From previous experience, he brought stuff to us that helped us, opened our eyes to a few things. He continues to do that every day in stepping out, looking forward, thinking outside the box, bringing suggestions, and just doing a really great job internally for our group and the property as well. The thing that really pushed me to nominate him for internal service, though, it's not just the internal service he gives our department and our team as a finance team, But earlier this year, I really started getting a lot of different people coming up to me from other departments saying, you know, Mark's really doing a good job. He's helped us out. You know, he's a great guy to talk to. He understands what he's doing. He understands what we're doing. And this wasn't just from one or two departments. I think I've probably, you know, heard it from most of the operation departments within the casino that have said something to me about Mark's service to them and the way he's helped them. So this was a very well-deserved award. He's one of my right-hand people, and I really don't know what I'd do without him. So Mark Rose, congratulations.
Mark's like, I got cheated, man. Everybody else got to sit in the back. He made me come stand in front of the camera while he said all those good things about me. All right. Next category is innovation. This winner is not able to be here today. She did have prior engagement, but I'm going to bring up Mr. Rick Moore to say a few words about her, recognize her anyway.
Thanks, Trent. You're going to recognize Sierra Moore, no relation to me. But Sierra works at the New Haven property, and David Doyle, our manager up there, couldn't be here today, so I get the honor to talk about Sierra for a couple minutes. Sierra has suggested a more active and aggressive social media presence for New Haven's Winter Circle. She has detailed the utilization of our current platform, which is Facebook, as well as using new platforms and mediums to help drive business in the New Haven Winter Circle. And if you look at the bottom line, it's paying off up there. We're doing really well. She is well versed in all aspects of horse racing, with goals to learn more about sports betting to give us a greater exposure to the surrounding areas with a focus on food and beverage, responsible gaming, and events. The detailed plan that Sierra laid out will feature our team member and products and services. This will be beneficial for revenue generation, property exposure to the community in New Haven in exciting ways, and build team member morale with various team member spotlights. So I'd like to recognize Miss Sierra Moore for her Shining Star Award. Sierra, if you're watching in New Haven, congratulations. Now I'll bring Trent back up for our Service Celebration Awards.
Good deal. So again, thanks everybody. I think, you know, hearing the stories and hearing why people were nominated and why people were winners, I mean, again, kudos again. I can't help but say it again, Mr. Terry. That was amazing when you start talking about saving lives. It's not what we do here every day, but that's an amazing accomplishment. And just in general, I want to say thanks to everybody. This is a really an exemplary group of people that we have here today that were our winners. That in all these different categories, whether it be leadership or internal service, external service, etc. So kudos to you all. And I will step into the 20 years plus of service. And I know there are a number of individuals that aren't here today. Some of those work at the OTB, some of those work at New Haven, et cetera. But I think for this, what we'll do is I will just call out the number of years and continue to call names and have everybody gather up here. And we have a certificate and a years of service pin for each of you that are in attendance today. And for those that aren't, we'll obviously get those to you. So I'll just jump right in and 20 years of service. When I call your name, if you are here, please just come forward. 20 years of service, Mr. Mark Harden, Steakhouse Cook. James Jackson, Windows and Grounds. 22 years of service. And if you'll just hang around, we'll get a picture at the end of this. That's okay, does that work? We're doing this on the fly. 22 years of service. We've got Herbert Hollenbeck Jr. from a ticket writer, mutual teller, the Racing Sportsbook. Pat Wood, guest service rep. 23 years of service. We've got Mrs. Amanda Saylor, assistant mutual manager. Excuse me. Marilyn Siebert, program seller. Miss Laura Stark, assistant GM. 24 years of service. Down at the Indy OTB, Mr. Bill Ramika. 25 years of service. Louise Avery.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, ma'am. Yes. All right. 25 years of service, Mrs. Penny Brown. 25 years of service. I know she's in the house, Miss Stephanie Talley. Everybody nice to meet you. Congrats. Yes, ma'am. All right. 26 years of service. I know this one's here as well. Miss Tina Baker. Congrats. Another 26 years of service that I saw in the building today, Mr. Daniel Eichhorn, our Director of Vet Services. Congratulations, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Brian Johnson, Assistant GM at New Haven OTB. Linda Jones, Racing Sportsbook, ticket writer and mutual teller. Miss Laura Ramirez, program coordinator down at the Indy OTB. And we have some 27 years of experience, folks. Miss Vicki Archie, Racing Sportsbook, mutual teller.
She's up on the line right now.
Is she really?
Yep.
Miss Lisa Berryman, Racing Sportsbook ticket writer, mutual teller. Miss Sandy Brummett, Security Administrative Assistant. On vacation, all right. Miss Carolyn Chamberlain, Racing Sportsbook ticket writer. Deborah Christ, Main Bank Manager. Miss Teresa Kalin, Assistant Mutual Manager. Marietta Lutz, Race Sportsbook ticket writer, mutual teller. Miss Linda Martin, Race and Sportsbook ticket writer, mutual teller. Rosalba McDonald, Race and Sportsbook ticket writer, mutual teller. Todd Nixon, Standard Bred starter. And Judy Swinford, Race and Sportsbook ticket writer, mutual teller. I've got one more. I know he's not on the list and is a regional person, but Mr. Don McGlynn, who is in the building today with 38 years with the company.
Wow. Congratulations, Don.
So we do have some of the folks on this list. Everybody on here is more than 20 years. Some of you from the very, very beginning, and much appreciate everything you've done to, there's been a lot of transition in this 20 to 27 years, I'm sure. So much appreciate everything you've done for the property and the team here, and thank you for being here today.
the front of the podium. You okay? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, fine. I don't wanna, like, talk so I don't wanna. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, we need to squeeze in a little bit more.
Squeeze
in.
Mr. Trent is cut off.
This is a
There
great
you go.
group.
Show them certificates, man.
Show those certificates.
Yes.
There you
There you
go.
go. Hold them up.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
nice. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
I'm seeing.
All right, with that said, I think we can close out today, but much appreciate everybody's attendance and honestly appreciate all of you, all of the rock stars and the nominees and the winners especially. So appreciate you all. Thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Well, there's refreshments over there.